It's the taxes. He got taxes problem. It's the taxes that's killing him. So he trying to cash out. He was trying to fight, the world champ, the IBF world champ. I ain't gonna mention his name.
So what do you say to those who say that you might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
No.
Afraid of what?
He tried to fight the IBF world champ. That he had to realize like that's not a big enough fight, and he probably lose that jump. So now he trying to come this way.
It's the taxes. He got taxes problem. It's the taxes that's killing him. So he trying to cash out. He was trying to fight the world champ, the IBF world champ. I ain't going to mention his name, even done nothing. So what do you say to those who say that you might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that Tank is afraid of Shakur? Afraid of what? Kezin Davis and Von Davis both have fights that are 2 weeks apart, yet they've ignored their coming opponents and called out each other. The two fighters want to know who the greater Davis is. Just this month at the light heavyweight division we discovered David Bennett's as the greater David between himself and David Morrell, and now it's time for the two Davis to do the same. While we're unsure this might lead to a fight, what really happened was that Kezin Davis called out Devon Tank on the day of his press conference, and the next day just after his weighing, Devon Davis responded in the fiercest way possible. It must be quite a turbulent season for Kezin, who claimed he's been under racist attack during his fight week, and like that wasn't enough, got pushed by his opponent during their face-off. Well, Tank feels it's the perfect warning for him never to mention his name again. He tried to find the ABF world champ that he had to realize like that's not a big enough fight, and he probably lose that jump. So now he trying to come this way. Just a few months ago Kezin called out Tank, and Tank responded via social media saying the contender is not even worth mentioning. Stop clout chasing, do that, and this little guy's fighting on Friday night, he's not even worth mentioning, and buddy, a clown cold idiot, tell him to do something. And interestingly, Devon Davis has not shifted his stance this time. That was quite deep, but even Kyan was very scathing in his approach. What have he done in a sport? He haven't done nothing. You don't think he's better than any young looking more better Then Hyman Keen look. Speaking to Cigar Talk, Kezin said that Tank and his team were worried about the challenge. Man, that's up to Tank. Tank wants to see it for himself. Send a contract, a guy will sign it. Outside of the potential money to be made, I will fight him with that same energy he's coming with. He can't do all the shenanigans and all that stuff he is doing with other people. He can't do that stuff with me. Yes, I'm ready for that. He can't mess with me, bro. Him and his coach know that. The bald-headed dude told me just don't call Tank out for the rest of the year. Those guys are worried. They want me to move to 140 to get out of 135 so I can be too big and don't got to fight them no more. No, I'm staying at 135 and I'm going to be here till you fight me. Way more better than this, __. So you scamming this, __. Name. He haven't done nothing, haven't even done nothing. So what do you say to those who say that might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that Tank is again? While Kezin Davis is set for his first world title fight on Friday against Dennis Baroni, that isn't stopping him from having his sights set on one of the biggest stars in boxing. The businessman went on Fight Hub TV and spoke about a potential bout against Tank Davis. While that fight is one that many fans would love to see, Kezin doesn't foresee himself receiving an offer to fight Tank. I would love to fight Tank. Kezin said he doesn't have the balls to fight me. I really just feel the way. I don't think he really got the balls to see me on contract and fight me. He afraid of Shakur. Afraid of what? Afraid of what? US fighters we're afraid of some. It got to be somebody hitting us and hurt us like he don't throw. He don't have. No offense. Kezin, who was an Olympic silver medalist in 2021, has rapidly ascended the ranks and is set to fight for a world title in just his 13th fight as a pro. With a win, Kezin would be one of the major title holders at lightweight alongside Vasyl Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson and Tank. While any combination of those four fighters fighting each other would make for one of the best fights in boxing. Kezin versus Tank could have a strong case, is the best of the bunch, but for as big as that fight could be, Kezin said he isn't going to chase about against Tank. Everything is defense. Defense only, winning basketball and rather he plans on making his own path and seeing where that leads him. Kezin also compared it to the situation with Canelo Alvarez and David Benovitz, saying there are two top guys but one is waiting for the other to show they're interested in a potential bout. I'm just waiting for you to send me a contract, bro. Keen said I feel like with me and him making a fight is easier. Because everybody knows who the aside is, everybody knows what the hell is going on when it comes down to me and him. As far as making a fight, I feel like it's actually a really easy fight to make, and it's definitely easy promoting it. Keyshawn faces Berinchyk in a battle of unbeaten fighters on Friday at Madison Square Garden for the World Boxing Organization title in the lightweight division. Sitting on stage at his pre-fight press conference, Norfolk native Keyshawn Davis repeated the words he expects to hear at the conclusion of his first world title bout as a professional boxer. Applause. Just got street. They are the words that would officially declare him the new WBO champion in the lightweight division. As he sat across from his opponent, current title holder Berinchyk, Davis was adamant about Friday's outcome, predicting a knockout. The 25-year-old has been steadily climbing the lightweight ranks, amassing a 120 record and burgeoning star power. A belt would further solidify his standing in the boxing world and a stacked lightweight division. It's Davis's second time headlining a card and will take place at Madison Square Garden Theater. Everybody remain in your seats, please. It's a real blessing, man. I knew since he called my name out after he won his last fight. I just had a feeling I was going to fight him for the world championship. I never thought it was going to be at Madison Square. I appreciate Top Rank and ESPN for believing in me this much to just bring a fight like this to Madison Square. We could have fought anywhere. They know I'm the future of Top Rank. They know I'm the future of the sport, and they wanted to headline me, my second headliner here at Madison Square. Davis said at Wednesday's pre-fight press conference. With both fighters undefeated and a title on the line, the stakes for the fight were already high, but Davis revealed an added motivation during the presser. I want to address the fact that this guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and he just made this fight a little more personal, said Davis. Goo how Keep showed up to my room and it was like, is there something here for you? And I wasn't there. My friend was there and he was asking what it was. The guy just kept insisting. He posted a picture of the package, an accompanying note on his social media. Y'all heard what I said. This man brought a box of bananas and a watermelon. He brought a box of bananas and watermelon to America to bring to my room, and I took it as racist, so I got something for you. Davis repeated. Berinchyk, who is Ukrainian, responded on stage through a translator. I don't speak English and I don't write English because I saw his message in the media. It's weird even to mention this. Some people with bad intentions looking for some hype made this. They said bring it in, so my friend was like play __. It just bring it in name, and he don't open none of the stuff that I get, so I opened it and it was a note. Where it was a note. Davis responded quickly, y'all did it, it's okay that you all did it, I'm going to whoop your head for it, so just come Friday night, just know what's going to happen to the both of you. Davis has built a reputation for entertaining press conferences. On Wednesday, Berinchyk claimed that the presser would be Davis' time, while the fight on Friday would be his. Davis was having none of that either, saying he brings entertaining performances to every aspect of fight week. Every time I fight I put on performances. Every single time I fight, before the fight, leading up to the fight, I have great press conferences, I have great weigh-ins. This is nothing new, this is not a new act that the businessman is doing. Only thing that's new is my haircut and this suit, that's the only thing that's new. Friday night y'all know what I'm going to do Friday. Davis, known as the businessman, is coming off of an emphatic second-round knockout of Gustavo Limos in November at the Scope in Norfolk. Berinchyk, 36 years old and with a 190 record, hasn't fought since he won the WBO lightweight title in May of 2024. First on a box and then I open. It was a box open then. It's an I can tell how I was reading it. It wasn't nobody from America that wrote that. You know, we know how to speak proper English. With a win, Davis would become the city of Norfolk's first boxing world champion since the legendary Pernell Sweet P.E. Whitaker. It may be Valentine's Day Eve, but there was no love between Keyshawn Davis and Dennis Baroni on the scales. Keyshawn Davis appeared much more in control of his emotions when he weighed in Thursday afternoon at Madison Square Garden's Theater in New York than he did during a contentious press conference Wednesday. The same could not be said for Dennis Berinchyk. Not only that, at the end of the message, it said businesswoman. He called me a businesswoman yesterday, you know what I'm saying, so that's put ice. Another C. Tempers flared again after the two successfully made weight on Thursday afternoon for their lightweight title fight at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Davis, who is challenging for his first world title on Friday night, taunted the defending WBO lightweight titleist Baroni, rubbing and tugging at the belt as it draped over Baroni's shoulder.